Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I already discussed about that things with you, how can insert all the data in our database table from our create page. So from this page here, if you put your first name, last name, email address, phone, and after that, if you click on the add data, then all the data will be saved in our database table, right? So now I want to visible all the data in our front page. That means here. And here I also put some of the conditions like when this data will be saved. After that, it should be redirected to our home page. Like if you go to that controller in our store controller, I assign it. After saving that data here, I just put the return redirect to our home. So it should be redirected to our home page. And if you go to our route, and here you can see that is our home, and for the home here I just define our controller name in student controller, there is index method. Now if you go to that student controller, like here I already define it. Here I already define our index method, and into the index method I simply load that our welcome page, right? So that means this, so that is our welcome page. And now I want to read all that our database data. So all the data I want to visible it in our home page. Okay, that means that is actually our home page. So in that position I want to visible all the data. So how can do that work? In this video I will show you that things with a live example. For doing this better, I already here using one of the material design bootstrap. So now I want to use one of the table. So for doing this is pretty much easy. Like here there is the MD bootstrap. I already discussed about that things with you. And here you also get one of the table content. Like here there is an option for the table. So now I just click on the table, and into the table here there is a basic example. So now I just select as a basic example, and into the basic example here you get a lot of the style. Like there is also one of the style you can use it. So there is all that code, and also there is another table head options. So it's pretty much cool, and you can also find out different type of one of the table on here. So right now better I want to actually use this one. So that is actually the one of the head area, and all that our data will be visible like that way. So for now, first of all, here I want to copy all that code. Okay, so I just copy all that code, and now I want to visible it in our welcome plate. And after that, if here before that section, in particular that position, I just simply paste it. So right now that's all that static data. Like if you click on the save all, and now if you refresh that page, like I just refresh it. Yes, now you can see all that static data and table format is now visible on here. So it's pretty much interactive on things. For now I just copy all the things from here. There is also bootstrap class. So that's all that actually bootstrap class. Before I already added all that our bootstrap material, all the CSS and JSS code in our page, and now it's visible like that way. And better, it's actually full white. So I just want to add one of the bootstrap class as a container, like here on particular that position. Okay, like after that I contain here, and here I just define one of the div, and in particular that position I just define one of the class, and here I just define that class as a container. Okay, I just define one of the bootstrap class, and now I want to end it. So I just start that div, and after that table I just finish it. Now let's check this out. I just click on the save all, and now if you refresh that page, yeah, now you can see it's now onto the center, and now it's a little bit closer. So right now that's all that static data. So here I want to read all the data from our database table with our all that field, and I want to visible it on particular that position. For doing this we don't need actually static data. I only need that field. Like here, that is actually our first field, and that is another tier. So I only want to take one. We don't need this. I just that is actually table. That is our last container type. So here I just remove it, and also there is a tier. I don't need this. I only want to take one tier. Okay, like here I only want to take one. So there is a one tier. So here I want to make the things now dynamic, and dynamically I just want to get all the data from our database reveal, and I just want to visible it on here. So first of all here I have to assign all that our field. Like there is a our database all that field. If you go here we have to visible our first name, the last name, email, and the phone. So now here I just defined that all the th means the table head. So this one for the number, here I just define the first name, and the last name, and here I just define as the email, and also I want to take another two, like here this one is for the phone, and also I want to take another table head for the action, like for the edit or delete. Okay, and now there is actually all that our tier. Now we have to also assign the td. So here there is a 3 6 actually, so here 1 2 3 4, so here I have to assign 2. Okay, so here I assign 2 of this on here. So now if you click on the save all, and now if you refresh it, like here I just refresh it. So now here you can see there is only one data, one static data is now visible on here. So now here I want to get all the data from our this table. So how can do that work? It's pretty much easy. For doing this, we have to work in our controller. Like here, if you go to our student controller, and here you can see I just returned that page on particular that position. That is actually the welcome. And now here I want to get all the data from our database table by our model. So for doing this, first of all, here you have to define one of the variable. Like here I just define as the students. Okay, I just define one of the variable as the students, and now I have to define our student model, and here I want to get all, so I just define as a all on particular that position. It means he will get all the data from our student table. Okay, that means if you go to our student, so here he will get all the data from this position. I hope you can well understand about it. For the reasons here I just define as a student all, and now here I get all the data from our database table. Now I have to pass that in our welcome page, right? So if you want to pass it, then you can do that work with using the compact. So here you have to define it as a compact, and into the compact, with this compact you can actually pass all the data. So here I get all the data and take that things with this variable, right? So now I have to actually pass that in our compact area. So with the compact, now I pass that student all the data in our welcome page. I hope you can well understand about it. So now we can actually access that student in our welcome page. That means here. So now I have to actually iterate all that field on particular that position. So here, first of all, I just take one of the for each. Like here, I just define as a @ for each. And now I just take all the things, I just compact it in our positions with the students. Okay, so here with the students, for now I just copy it, and now here I want to actually for each all the data. So with this students, I just call as student. Okay, I just define as a student. And now with this student, you can actually iterate all that your database field. And now first of all, that is actually the for each. So better I just want to finish that for each before the td. So here I just define as a and. Okay, and for each I just defining it on particular that position. And now with this student, so here with this student, like first of all there is actually the id. So here I want to display that id with that student, and here I have to define our database field id. So our database field id, if you go here, there is actually the id, then the first underscore name, there is a last underscore name, the email and phone. So now I want to actually visible it. So here first of all I just want to define that id for that hash, and then I have to define our first name. So on particular that position with that student. Okay, with that student I want to now visible our first name, that means the first underscore name. So here I just defining it underscore name, and also I have to do the same things for the last name. So here I just defining it like for the student, and now here I just defining the last underscore name. Okay, so if you go to that position, so you can see there is a last underscore name, the email and the phone. So here better I just copy it, and now in particular that position I paste it. So this one will be for our email, and here this one after that email, then the phone. So here I just define the phone. Okay, so make that sure there is actually our database field. So in our database here you can see there is actually the phone, there is the email, last name. So I just added all the things, and this one is for the action. So I will do that work later. Right now I just put as a edit. Okay, and here I just define one of the delect. So this type of one of the text, I will also create one of the button on particular that position for this one. So now let's check this out. That's all you have to do. So now if you click on the save all, okay, I just click on the save all, and now I want to refresh that page. Like here, I refresh it. Yes, now you can see there is a Kazi is first name, the last name, email address, phone number. So right now they have the three data in our database. Here you can see there is actually the three data, and all the data is now perfectly visible on particular that position. I think it's very much clear to you how much easily you can read all the data and visible that things in your page. And here I just defining as a for each, and if that is students, I just call with as a student. So with this student, I just simply add our database all that field, and now it's perfectly visible on here. In our next video, I will discuss about that edit and update option. Like if you want to update your phone number, email address, last name, and the first name, how can do that work? In our next video, I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.